Hello everyone, welcome to Ian's Bricks. I'm Ian and today I'm going to be showing you how I'm going about collecting all the different coloured space minifigures. So I've been collecting Lego since the late 70s, early 80s, and although I wasn't into classic space at the time, I was more into town and the Lego town sets that they had back then. I've always sort of liked the original sort of minifigures with just the smiley faces, and particularly the ones with a classic space logo on the front of their torsos. And back in the day, back in the 70s and 80s, there were only around about 4 or 5 different coloured Lego spacemen that you could actually get at the time. I think the red and the white ones are quite common, and then when they released this set here, this is the Galaxy Explorer set, which is released I think in the last year or so. I built this, really enjoyed building it, and it sort of spurred me on because obviously you get 4 of the classic space minifigures with the set in red and white, 2 of each. It kind of spurred me on to want to get the sort of the full set and full selection of all the different colours of Lego Spaceman, which is probably harder than it actually looks to do. So what I've been doing is, you can see a pile of stuff behind me here. I've managed to go on sites like eBay and Bricklink, and I've managed to buy some of the space minifigures. I've not opened any of the packets yet, but what I want to do is try and collect all of the colours that I can. There are some colours that I won't be able to get until earlier in the new year. I think the brown one is going to be available in the Series 24 Lego minifigures, and the purple one I'll get parts of it, but there's a helmet and the oxygen tank which apparently won't be available until the end of December in the Chinese New Year set, but I'll talk more about that later. But for now, what I want to do is open some of these boxes first of all, show you what I've got. I'm going to show you the minifigures as well to tell you what I'm actually talking about. So these are the classic space minifigures then. These are the 2 that I actually got in the Galaxy Explorer. We have a red and a white. We actually get 2 of each. And what I'm specifically looking for in the figures is that they obviously have a helmet on. They have the logo, this classic space logo here with the planet, the golden planet with a little red arrow going around it as well. And obviously they have their oxygen tank as well. So I want to get all the minifigures in all the different colours that are available, if possible. Obviously you can see the white one as well, pretty much the same. Classic face, sorry, the helmet on there, and the oxygen pack as well. In total then, there should be 11 different colours that I should be able to get in these Spaceman minifigures by the new year. Now this Everyone is Awesome set, nothing to do with the classic space minifigures, but what I want to do is I want to display all the different colours of space minifigures on this Everyone is Awesome set. The only difference I'm going to have to do is this light blue colour here. There just isn't a Spaceman in that colour available, is to turn this all to grey, and I can put my little grey space minifigure. But all the other colours that you can see, black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, grey obviously here, white and pink, are all available in the classic space minifigures, and I obviously want to try and get them all. So what I'll do first of all is show you what I've actually managed to buy and purchase so far. So I've had to do a bit of shopping on Bricklink and on eBay. Some of my parcels have arrived so far. There's still a couple of the Lego minifigures I haven't been able to get yet, so you'll figure out by the end of this video which ones I haven't been able to get. But I've got 4 packets here, all with different minifigures and parts and things that I need to open. So we'll open those in a bit. An easy start for the Lego minifigures is to get this particular set here. So this is a set that was available a couple of years ago. It's the Lego Movie 2 Benny's Space Squad. 70841 is the set number. I actually bought a few of these, and I've actually sold a couple of these at my Lego fairs recently. They seem to be quite popular. But what's fantastic is you get 4 different coloured space minifigures. You get yellow, you get blue, you get pink, and you get white. They've given them all names: Kenny, Benny, Lenny and Jenny. Now the only problem here with these is that the Benny figure here has it's specifically got a slightly dodgy, worn space logo on the front here. Also the helmet's not quite right, and he has obviously the Benny expression as well. So I want to obviously try and get a proper blue one as well. But it's a great start that there are actually all of these sets here first of all, which is brilliant. So I get the yellow one, the pink one, and the white one, which is great. I know I've already got a white one with my Galaxy Explorer, but I just wanted an extra one as well. I want to kind of leave the ones in the Galaxy Explorer because I don't want to sort of separate and mess that set about. So I've got this set to start with. Let's get this open and see what we actually get inside. Okay, so we get a few pieces, as you can see, but you can see some of the torsos and the legs in there of the different colours. So let's get this particular set built anyway to see what this whole thing looks like. That's all built, as well as the minifigures. You do get these small vehicles as well. They're quite nice. They're very reminiscent of the small sort of space vehicles you used to get in the late 70s and early 80s. And this rather cute little droid as well, and we have this spaceship, mini spaceship as well, and great that we have a printed space logo on there as well. So as I say, we get the 4 minifigures of this one. I say Benny isn't quite perfect for me, it's not quite what I want, but I'll use him for now. Obviously the front of the torso has this on purpose scuffed logo here, and obviously his visor is split and reattached there, and he has obviously that silly facial expression. So not quite what I'm looking for, but so far so good. And you also might have seen in some of my recent Lego hauls that I've got the orange space minifigure as well. The only set or item this comes with is this book here called Lego Minifigures: A Visual History. The book cost me £8. This is kind of my copy, so I'm going to take the little orange spaceman out of here and add that to my collection as well, which is great. Here we have the Lego book then. So what's the beauty about this? Obviously you get this Lego minifigure here. So let's just pop him out of his casing. There we go. It's quite nice to do on the inside of the book all orange, but this is perfect. This is exactly what I was after. A nice, brand new, shiny, orange, yellow space minifigure with the logo. We've got the gold on there. You can still see the gold. And we have the oxygen pack as well. Now within the book itself it's quite interesting because as you sort of go through, there's the orange figure there, it actually shows you the different years that the Lego minifigures were introduced. And if I just show you some of the early figures here, I think it goes through some of the years. It starts off in 1978 when the minifigures first came about, and the red and the white ones were the first two that they did. And then I think a year later we got the yellow space minifigure, and then I think it was a few years later, 1984, I think it's a little bit later on in the book here, you can see here we get the blue space minifigure and the black space minifigure. The black one is the one that I've been sort of struggling to get hold of so far. I have had a look on eBay, they're all around, but they're slightly more difficult to get hold of. Obviously you don't want to spend too much, but there have been some available on eBay, but they're quite expensive. Blue ones are a little bit easy to get. As I say, we get the Benny one with the Lego Space Movie 2 set, but I obviously want to get the classic looking one here with the classic face and the proper sort of gold printed piece on the front there as well. That's what we have so far then. So we've got 5 figures on there to start with. They all are looking all quite good. So there's still a few things I need to do to this, and I've got a few packets that I need to open as well. And so let's get those open and see what I've been able to get off eBay and Bricklink. Alright, let's have a look in this box then. I actually can't remember which box has got which item in, so I'll sort of, as I open it up, we'll find out. Okay, so we have the green space minifigure. This is interesting because this actually came in a set, an actual Lego set, back in the... let me just check the year and the actual set number. So there were 2 green space minifigures that came with set 21109, which was called the Exosuit. Now obviously for my purposes here, the visor and the helmet is sort of needs to come off. I don't particularly want that on there, but we do have the oxygen tanks, which is fantastic. We have the space logo here. This is a set that I managed to get off Bricklink, and I think it cost me, with post and packing, it cost me I think £12, so it wasn't cheap, but it was obviously the set that I wanted to get. Now the only slight issue I have with this set, obviously the face is wrong. I don't think we have an alternate face either, but that's fine for now. And also the helmet is slightly, it's a motorcycle helmet there, which is slightly annoying. It's not the same as the others, but that's going to have to do, because I don't think the green helmet is available anywhere else. Yeah, really pleased we've got the oxygen tank on there as well. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to swap out the face on this particular minifigure here, because the face isn't right. Now I'm quite lucky, if I just zoom out a little bit, is I have a pack here, loads of old Lego minifigures, and as you can see there's quite a few of them with the original heads and the original faces on there, which is fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip into here, take out one of the faces and add this to this guy here, so at least he looks like all the other spacemen. Let's go and do that. Here we have the spare head, and as you can see it's a really old piece, because the original Lego heads from the 70s and early 80s had the solid top on their heads there, and they have the Lego logo on. If you sort of compare that to the more modern version here, so this is from a few years ago, this one's got a hole in the middle of it, so you can see, you can always tell the age of a Lego minifigure head as to whether it's got the Lego logo on top. So let's get that swapped over. Let's move that grumpy head off there, pop that on there. Fantastic. So that's looking a little bit better. So the helmet's still not perfect, but I don't think I can get that the green one anything but this motorcycle style helmet. So that's another one to add to the list. Let's open another packet first of all and see what we get. Right, I think I'll need a pair of scissors for this. Oh, okay, fantastic. So I think that's everything in there. Yeah, that's all done. So this is actually from the minifigures series. I think it's from series 22, and it's a space alien. Now, as you can see with the space alien, he has a purple torso. That's all he's got. He doesn't have fully purple legs. They've got different printing on. He obviously has a funny head. He's got a funny sort of head to go on there as well. But the reason I wanted to get this was because of the torso. I'm not going to be able to complete the purple minifigure, but what I do have is I do have a selection of the of basic coloured minifigures. I did this sort of rainbow thing a while ago, and I've got the purple one here. So I do have a spare pair of arms and legs on here as well, and I can use one of the head pieces that I've got as well, one of the older head pieces. So I'm going to put that all together to see what that looks like. So here we have it then. So we've got the torso, which is the one I got with that set there from that Series 22 minifigure. I had the arms and the legs already, which is great. I've managed to get the head from my old sets. See, it's an old one again. We don't have the oxygen tank, and we don't have the helmet for this, but apparently in one of the Lego Lunar New Year sets, which are going to be released I think at the end of December, there will be, as part of the Lego Parade I think it's called, a little minifigure who has the oxygen tank and the helmet as well. So whether I buy that set and open that, it's going to be a very expensive way of getting two pieces, or what I'll probably do is I'll wait until there's a few of those sets on and pieces on Bricklink, maybe later in January or February hopefully, and I'll be able to get them a little bit cheaper. So we'll have to wait and see how I do that, but for now we've got part of the purple minifigure. Let's get one of the other sets open. Let's get this one open here and see what we have inside. It's all very well wrapped up. This is also from eBay, just like the last minifigure, the purple one. It's very, very well wrapped up. Fabulous. Ah, there we go. So we have an original style red spaceman, and I got this from eBay. I think this cost me around about £8. It all looks pretty good. We have the oxygen tank. It's a little bit of a pinker colour, but it's fine. I say I do have a red one from my Galaxy Explorer. Oh look, it's original Lego head as well, so that tells you it's quite an old minifigure, which is fabulous. So yes, it's obviously I obviously just wanted to get another red one, so I didn't have to take my my red minifigure from the Galaxy Explorer set. So nice to get one of those. So that cost me about £5 or £6, I think that. So not too expensive. And we have one more parcel here, which is this one. I think this is also from eBay. There we go. So we have this minifigure here, which is the grey one. So the helmet's a bit loose on that one, but it seems to work all right. Now, I actually don't know where the grey minifigure, the Space minifigure, came from. It's got a motorcycle helmet like the green minifigure, which isn't too bad. We've got a newer style headpiece. You can see it's got the hole in the top. We've got a very, very nice gold logo on the front there, and we have the oxygen tanks. A little bit worse for wear, a little bit tatty around the edges, but actually not too bad. This cost me a fairly decent amount of money. We've also got a split helmet as well. We've got a hairline crack. Can you see that in the helmet maybe? Maybe anyway. It's fine. It's good for what I want. It's pretty good condition generally. So I think this cost me I'd like to say about £15 or £20. It was quite expensive. There was only a couple of people selling these on eBay and Bricklink, and they were all very, very pricey. Again, don't know where this grey figure came from. If you do know, let me know in the comments, because I'd be interested to find out. So that's all I have so far. So what I want to do is I want to add them to my Everyone is Awesome set here, but I'm going to change out a few of these light blue colours into grey first as well. I don't have all the grey pieces I need. This curved bit at the top I don't actually have at the moment, but I've got a few tiles, maybe not to cover all of them, but we'll change this out first of all to see what I can do for that and put the rest of the minifigures in. This is what I have so far. So as you can see, we have a couple of gaps on the left hand side. I still need to get myself a black Spaceman minifigure. The brown Space minifigure should be available fairly soon in the Lego Minifigures Series 24. So I should be able to get both of those. So I might have to pay a bit of money to get the black one. We still need to sort out the purple one with the helmet and the tanks, and the blue one as well. I might just actually buy another blue minifigure. They're relatively easy to get hold of, so I might get a blue one in full just to sort of replace Benny in there, but I'll leave him in there for now. As you can see with the grey, I've managed to get some tiles. They're not all quite perfect, so I might have to get some more tiles, and I need to sort out this back bit as well. I'll just put a few bits of grey in there just so you can sort of see what it's supposed to look like. But so far I'm pretty pleased with the progress so far, so keep an eye out. Probably in a couple of months time I'll do another video on this, hopefully completing all of this, and that means I'll have a full collection of all of the Space minifigures that have ever been available.